So welcome to our first episode of Let's Talk
Automation
where we separate the facts.
from the hype.
Yes, and with me I have our very own career guidance expert Sarah and myself Gopika. So let's dive into the questions.
Yeah.
So many students come from technical and science backgrounds to the UK for looking for really good jobs, but most of them end up waiting for months. And why do you think that happens, and what is the one thing they could do to improve their chances?
Many students come to UK thinking their degree will get them a job, but here employers care more about practical skills. They want people who can show real hands-on experience. Let it be any background, mechanical, electrical, or even with science background. You already have the base. Just build on it with skills like PLC or control system. Most technical jobs need at least level NVQ level 3, which can really boost your chances. So in the UK, it's know what you know, it's how you use it that counts.
Alright, so we see many candidates worrying, am I the right candidate for the UK industry? So what are the actual traits the UK recruiters are looking for?
That's a really common question. Many students worry if they are, the right fit. But in the UK, recruiters care more about your attitude and skills that more than just your degree. They look for people who can adopt, think practically, and solve problems. Having some hands-on training in automation or PLC definitely helps. But what really stands out is your willingness to learn and work as a part of team. If you show the mindset, you are already a good to go candidate for the industry.
So now that we've covered students need a technical base, hands-on skills, another question that we keep hearing, actually it's not a question, they're literally scared, is visa issues. So what are the common visa issues students face, and what can we do to avoid them?
Yeah, that's something we hear a lot. You don't have enough visa time, and to a point it's true. Many students face this because they start their job search too late. So employees need time not only to arrange visa sponsorship but also to evaluate you properly, to see if you have the right skills, attitude, and fit for their team. When your visa period is short, they often hesitate because the process feels rushed. The best way to avoid this is to plan early and start exploring opportunities while you are still studying, and understand your visa options and focus on skilled worker visa sponsors. This gives you and the employer enough time, and it shows that you are serious, prepared, and ready for the industry. That's it.
Alright, so the key takeaway is don't wait for the deadline to upskill, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, so many students think the UK automation market is really small. So can you break down the real demand, scope, and job opportunities in this field, and why is the sector hiring so aggressively?
That's a common misunderstanding. The UK automation market is actually growing really fast. Almost every industry from manufacturing and engineering to foods and logistics is shifting towards automation to improve efficiency and reduce cost. Because of this reason, there is a strong demand for skilled engineers who understands PLCs and control system and industrial automation. Companies are aggressively hiring because there is a shortage of trained professionals, and not because of lack of jobs. So for engineers with right practical skills, it's one of the most promising and future sectors in the UK.
So how can someone with zero PLC knowledge start building the skills that make them more employable in weeks rather than years?
Okay, that's a very great question. Even if you have zero PLC knowledge, you can start building employable skills quite fast. The key is to focus on hands-on learning instead of just theory. Um, Begin with a structured PLC training program that covers real-time systems, wiring and troubleshooting. Yeah. Within a few weeks of practical work, you will start understand how automation works in real industry setups. Along with that, learn basic industrial communication and safety standards. These small steps make a big difference. It's not just about years of study. It's about getting the right practical exposure that helps you become job ready quickly.
So some students feel lost because their previous jobs were in technical. So how can they restart their engineering career and still make their experience count?
Okay, that's very common, and almost all the students feel stuck because their past jobs were in technical. But the good news for these people is, like, you can always restart your engineering career. Start by upskilling and learn practical tools like PLC automation systems that are in demand. And your experience still counts because it shows you understand how workplace operates and how to handle responsibilities and how to communicate with the teams. Combine that experience with new technical skills and you will have a strong profile for UK engineering jobs.
Okay, so what is the biggest mindset shift that students need when they move to the UK job market, especially in automation?
Okay, the biggest mindset shift students need is to think practically, not just academically. In the UK, employers value what you can do, not just what you know. So instead of focusing only on degrees or marks, focus on hands-on skills, problem solving, and confidence in real work situations. You also have to be proactive. Go out and connect with companies, apply for jobs, and show that you are ready to learn. Once you shift from a classroom mindset to an industry mindset, opportunities in automation start opening much up faster.
Automation is not just about machinery. It is way more connected and inseparable from AI with the strong back support of data centers. So do you think this new ecosystem will affect the sustainability of human roles in this industry?
Okay, that's really an interesting point. Automation is evolving fast and it's no longer just about machines doing repetitive works. With AI and data centers powering more systems now, everything is becoming more smarter and more connected. This shift will definitely change the kind of roles we see in the industry. Some traditional job may reduce, but at the same time, new opportunities are coming up in areas like system integration, data analysis, and AI-driven maintenance. So it's not just about humans being replaced. It's about humans working alongside technology in smarter ways. Those who adapt and learn these new tools will stay in demand.
So finally, if a student is listening to this right now, thinking, I want to work in automation but don't know where to start, what's the practical first step that you would recommend?
If you want to start a career in automation, the smartest first step is to get hands-on training in PLCs and control systems. That's what UK employers really value. You don't need years of study, just the right practical skills. So if you ask me where to take your first step, join EdWartens now.
Yes, and to know more about automation, stay tuned for our next episode because EdWartens is where your real upgrade begins.